Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story this afternoon, the fight against addiction continues in Manatee County. The Bradenton Police Department now utilizing another tool in that fight. Police officers are handing out substance abuse cards to those battling heroin addiction and other addictions. The card features a variety of numbers for places where people can get help or treatment here on the Suncoast.
If we can get one person a day cured off an addiction, to me that's a win. And I would take that every day of the year. As long as we are making the attempt to get this information out and helping somebody, that to us is a good accomplishment.
Bradenton police say they've been handing out these cards for the last 6 months and have received positive feedback for that effort. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies investigating a Palmetto shooting. It happened last night around 7 p.m. at a home on 3rd Avenue East. The homeowner says he heard gunshots and found 2 bullet holes in his window and bullet marks in the siding of his house. 2 rounds went into the drywall inside the home. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Sarasota's police officers taking a coffee break this morning with the people they serve. Coffee with a Cop is part of a nationwide initiative to build and improve relationships between law enforcement and their communities. This morning's event taking place at the 12th Street Cafe in Sarasota. People can ask officers questions, raise concerns, and learn more about them and the department.
We want to get to know our community, and we want them to get to know us, and it really humanizes us. You know, when you sit down and have a cup of coffee and you have a discussion and conversation in a casual atmosphere, it builds up trust.
Bradenton Police hosted a Coffee with a Cop event in October. The nominees are in for this year's Educator of the Year in Manatee County. Joseph Baker is a 6th grade social studies teacher at Buffalo Creek Middle School. Josephine Johnson is a kindergarten teacher at Terra Elementary School. Nicholas Ludek, a 4th grade teacher at Braden River Elementary, and Courtney Walker, who's a 2nd grade teacher at Bashaw Elementary. Superintendent Diana Green says all of these teachers are great examples of the kind and caring commitment the Manatee County School District values. The Educator of the Year will be honored in March at the Excellence in Education Awards at Manatee Technical College. Congratulations to all those nominees. Great job. Need our teachers to be honored and recognized just like that.
Absolutely right. They do such an amazing job. They really do. Kind of a so-so day, I guess you could say.
Some clouds, more clouds today, huh?
There was some patches of drizzle at times, light stuff. That'll be the case throughout the evening and then into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, big changes, though, coming our way. Yeah, have you heard it all about the forecast coming our way? Did you see that on our website? Yeah, man. We got some chilly temperatures coming for about 24 hours. A lot of cloud cover across the region to start off the day and still lingering, and that'll be the case probably for the next maybe 36 hours or so. Well, maybe not quite that long, but 24 hours anyway. The cloud cover is kind of caused by a general southwesterly wind aloft, and it's a kind of a thin layer of clouds aloft that is certainly producing a little bit of patchy drizzle out there in Gulf waters. And as those clouds kind of move across our area, we have about a 20% chance that we could get a little bit of drizzle from some of those clouds. Our daytime high temperatures today are going to be held down by the persistent kind of cloud cover that's around. We'll probably have a daytime high that tops out pretty near the 70 mark. Then tomorrow, much colder. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. The Legacy Trail is about to get a little longer in Sarasota County if plans go through. The Gulf Coast Community Foundation is giving the Trust for Public Land a $50,000 grant to extend the trail into downtown Sarasota. The money will go towards appraisals, surveys, and other expenses needed to acquire 8 miles of the rail corridor to build the extension in the future. And you can be part of the holiday celebration in Newtown tonight from 7 to 8:30. The Harvest House will be kicking off the 2nd annual Holiday Light Spectacular. There will be music, hot chocolate, and cookies as spectators see all the holiday displays. The light show will continue every night for the rest of the month. Christmas comes early for some Suncoast children. The annual Flight to the North Pole taking place this morning at the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport's fire department. Instead of a sleigh, Santa Claus came in on a helicopter. Special event is put together with terminally ill children in mind who are facing challenges during these holidays. The kids were able to talk to Santa, get a few gifts, and play some games. Organizers say it's a great opportunity for the kids and their families to rid themselves of worry and stress over their conditions.
They're going to be happy. They're anxious to be here today. The family cannot wait to get them in here because all year round. That's what they're looking forward to. And that big smile on their face when Santa arrives by with a helicopter is going to be worth it.
Flight to the North Pole is a team collaboration between the fire department, law enforcement, and area businesses. Time now to get over to the kitchen and check in for the first time with our guest for today, the owner of the Blue Mangrove Grill in Palmetto, Faz Farrohi. Faz, great to see you again. What's on the menu for today?
Nice to see you again. Today I'm going to be baking you a prime rib roast for the holidays, and we're going to discuss the different cuts of beef that we can use for this special event.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you.
All right, Faz.
Our dad is an incredible man, a great father, and a hero who served his country well. He worked hard to take care of us. Now we take care of Dad with the help of Granny Nannies.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing sight for life. The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So the current air temperature is kind of cool, held down by all that cloud cover that you see out there. The cloud cover thick at times. At other times, the sun's kind of peeking through. It's kind of nice to see that. But on balance, I think over the next 24 hours anyway, we're going to see a little bit more cloud cover than we see sunshine or starlight tonight. Maybe a drop or two of rain out of some of those clouds, but I'll tell you what, the air underneath of it is dry. You may have noticed that as you came out this morning. Yeah, there was still some mist, especially over forested areas where we experienced some of the heavier rains yesterday and the ground was still kind of moist. But nevertheless, the drier air moved in and lowered our dew points, so we didn't really have the fog problem that we had the day before, yesterday. This morning, more of a mist or a haze rather than a fog that created any kind of travel nightmares during the morning commute. Okay, let's take a look at the air temperature. It's at 67 degrees. We have a dew point value of 56 degrees. East-northeast wind comes in at about 10. That northerly component to the wind is only going to get stronger over the next 24 hours. It is going to pick up. It will probably at times over the next 24 hours have some gusts that'll make it howl. And you have to now start thinking a little bit tomorrow morning about wind chill, even though we're just really on the edge of wind chills being valid because it's not going to be that cold. But still, it will make it feel a little colder than it actually is because the winds will be gusty. 68 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia coming in at 69, 69 in Mayaca, 68 in Parrish, 68 in Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 68, 70 in Northport, 69 in Punta Gorda, 70 in Venice and in Inglewood, and 68 degrees at Longboat Key. We have a little smattering of some light drizzle down to the south around the Fort Myers area, particularly. That's where it's been heaviest, longest. And we also have some showers out in Gulf waters. We've had a few scattered areas of patchy drizzle move through, but a lot of what we've seen, it's not even reaching the ground. It's re-evaporating before it ever gets close to us. We have some showers back to the west. There's an area of low pressure here. That low pressure area is not advancing toward the state of Florida. So unlike the last system that brought a low pressure area right across the panhandle of the state and produced some pretty strong storms in North Florida, that low pressure area will dive south, carrying the cold air along with it. So that what we will see will be sort of persistent cloud cover as the winds come at us out of the southwest or so. And that's indicated in the mid and upper levels. But as far as any kind of severe thunderstorms, yeah, none. In fact, most of the nation today, very, very quiet. Certainly the peninsula of Florida not seeing thunderstorm activity. So here's what happens. That low back toward Texas dives south. It carries a cold front right along with it. High pressure, Arctic high pressure, really frigid air to the north of us. Northern tier states, Bismarck in the minus single digits today, starting off the day. And we'll have only temperatures in the 40s and 50s in and around the northeast. So some very chilly air being brought down on that breezy northwest wind. Now, last month we had a colder day than we'll probably experience tomorrow morning, but still, with the wind chill factored in, we'll probably feel like it'll be in the lower 50s tomorrow morning. So a lot of folks will be starting the morning off with a light jacket or a sweater, and they'll probably be able to lose it in the afternoon, and certainly on Saturday will warm up pretty quickly. But lots of clouds around today, a few sprinkles, and then we'll wait for that colder air to arrive tomorrow with some gusty winds as well. For boaters, there may be a small craft advisory issued tomorrow. We'll watch for that becoming northeast tonight at about 20 knots, so a pretty brisk wind building. Seas will be building too, up to 5 feet. So a 20% chance of a little patchy drizzle today and tomorrow. Then clearing. A little sunnier over the weekend, a little warmer. Another front comes through with a chance of showers Monday, but it's a weak one. Our temperatures will remain next week in the mid to upper 70s. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. In health news today, a former U.S. Senator and astronaut is in the hospital. 95-year-old John Glenn was admitted last week to the James Cancer Hospital in Columbus at Ohio State University. A university official says he did not know Glenn's condition, illness, or prognosis. Glenn underwent heart valve replacement surgery 2 years ago. As an astronaut, of course, Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth. That happened in 1962. And then in 1998, at the age of 77, he became the oldest person to ever travel into space, serving as a crew member aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. Publix is issuing a voluntary recall for its pancake and waffle mixes. The company pulling the products from shelves after being informed by the supplier that the milk powder used as an ingredient may contain salmonella. The mixes were sold at stores here in Florida, also in Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee. Salmonella is a bacteria that can cause diarrhea, fever, abdominal cramps. Publix says if you have the mixes, you can return them for a full refund. Keeping our medications in the bathroom may not be the best place for them after all. According to doctors from the Cleveland Clinic, storing medications and supplements by a bathroom or kitchen sink exposes them to damage from dampness and light. Unless you're told otherwise, you should put your medicine away in the original container or pill box that cannot be opened by children. Another misconception is once you start feeling better, you can just stop taking your medicine. Well, doctors say if you stop taking the medication early, it can increase your chance of relapsing into illness. And getting a good deal at the store is not only good for your budget, but for your brain as well. Doctors say getting a good bargain releases a feel-good high in the brain. It's called intermittent reinforcement. It happens when you are rewarded inconsistently and occasionally. Anticipation chemicals called dopamine are released. Doctors say it's the sensation that drives us to keep trying to get what we want, like a big TV at a great price.
We say things that are worth our while, we have to work for. And I think that's exactly where the payoffs come from. And they do really pay off. That is what makes it more likely that we'll do it again. You get a nice big little drench of, positive chemistry in our brains, and we'll go out and look for another bargain that way.
But a word of caution here for those who shop too much. Doctors say the good deal happiness feel could be a hazardous relationship for people with a hoarding problem. Coming up next, a local man is working to juggle two personal passions, how one of those have turned into a new business venture. And it's the pizza spot fit for presidents, at least one future president, the Bay Area spot where you can order gold and caviar on your takeout. The stories when we come back.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Download ABC7's free all-new News app at your app store today.
Stop by ABC7 or Sunset Kia in Sarasota, Bradenton, or Venice to pick up an Angel Tree gift tag. It will tell you what a local child or senior citizen is wishing for this holiday season.
From ABC7, thanks for your generosity and happy holidays.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. ANDservices.com.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Happening today, University of Oregon will introduce its new head coach this afternoon. Willie Taggart leaving the USF Bulls to take the head coaching job at Oregon. Taggart is a Manatee High graduate who led the Bulls to a 10-2 record this year. That's the best ever for the school. Taggart won a state championship in 1992 as a quarterback with the Manatee Hurricanes. We'll have more on Taggart's press conference at Oregon coming up tonight at 5. And while the cameras should have been focused on the courts last night during the Cavaliers and Knicks game, the spotlight was on something a little more interesting on the side. LeBron James and Kyrie Irving participating in the latest water bottle challenge. You know, there's the mannequin challenge, but then the water bottle challenge. It works by flipping a plastic bottle weighted with a little bit of water end over end and then trying to get that bottle to stand up when it lands. James and Irving took a good part of the fourth quarter flipping the bottles because this game was a blowout. Neither one could land the trick, but they did end up winning the game, 126-94 over those New York Knicks. Well, they say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. ABC7's Don Brennan is here with the story of a Suncoast man who feels that way about the fitness business. Don?
Scott, thanks a lot. A huge part of Eddie Santiago's love for fitness is that he's seen the benefits himself, and he wants to pass those on to you.
Santiago is a believer. Fitness is in his blood. Not long ago, he was not in the best of shape, to put it mildly. He was over 300 pounds and not feeling good about life or himself. So he did something about it.
I've lost over 150 pounds.
I've been doing this for the last 10 years. And basically what I'm bringing in is the fire, the energy. Let people know that you're just not a number coming in here.
Now he wants to use his passion and life experience to get you to see the light as well. Eddie was recently hired as the general manager at Around the Clock Fitness in Sarasota.
My plan here for Around the Clock Fitness is to get the name out there. I mean, we're Sarasota's best hidden secret. I want to spread the word and let everybody know that this is the best club in town, and this is the perfect time to come on in and get your feet wet.
Now he has two passions, fitness and around the clock. He is an enthusiastic guy, and he wants that enthusiasm to carry over to his clients, both current and future.
It's all about belief and the fire and the passion. Fitness is my passion. Like I said, I've lost over 150. I want to take those people that are struggling with their weight loss to come on in, meet with me. Let's talk about a game plan to get you going for a transformation for the new year.
With ATC being relatively new in a competitive fitness market, it is beneficial to have a guy who knows the Suncoast, its residents, and the fitness industry.
We're very community involved. I like to go business to business. I like to introduce myself. I like to give out guest passes to everybody, invite people in. Zig Ziglar said it. How do you get what you want? You help others get what they want. You know what I'm saying? So I want to help everyone get a healthier lifestyle, healthier fitness.
Yeah, Scott, at Around the Clock Fitness, I mean, they have a Hometown Heroes program, which is really good because it's for first responders, police, fire, EMS, teachers, doctors, because they really want to give back, you know, for those people who are on the front lines and doing yeoman's work for our community. So it's a really good program, and Eddie's really, you know, he is just one of those friendly guys that everybody knows, everybody feels they know. He's a good guy.
Yeah, you can hear the passion in his voice to help others. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Don, thank you so much. Back to the kitchen now. John is with our good friend, the owner of the Blue Mangrove Grill in Palmetto, Faz Farrohi. Hey, guys.
Hey, always a pleasure having Faz in, cooking up something great and doing amazing things. Speaking of amazing things, oh my gosh, what a beautiful piece of beef you've got here. What's going on?
Yes, it is. This is a 15-pound Black Angus choice cut ribeye.
Gorgeous.
A ribeye is one of the most tender cuts of beef from the steer. It's underneath the rib of the steer, so it's cut and it's very, very soft. It's a great food meal for the holidays. It's fantastic.
It's beautiful.
What happens with this particular cut, a lot of people tend to get nervous when they see a lot of fat on it.
Yeah.
And they start trimming the fat. And really,
Is that a good idea?
No, absolutely
don't want to do
not.
that?
You want to leave all the fat on it. And really, I would just season it with kosher salt, black pepper, and roast it at 300 degrees for 2.5 hours, and you have your nice medium rare. And let it rest for about 15 minutes, and it's done.
Because that fat is going to end up helping to tenderize the meat, right?
Absolutely. And
Also
most of
tastes
these
really good.
ribs do have a little lip on the back part. So once when this roast is cooked, you can actually take this part right off, and you will have a great meal for the family. It's very easy, so you can spend some time with the family in the living room rather than in the kitchen.
And I guess your butcher could do this for you too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Take care
These
of it
come
all.
cut. You can purchase them at different butcher shops, different sizes that you like. I do prefer the ones without the bone versus the ones with the bone. It's a lot easier to cook, and it's a lot easier to carve afterwards. And so I do have a finished product.
Not as fun to gnaw on, though.
I do have a finished product there for you. What I like to do, though, I like to wrap this a little bit, so it's kind of like keep it tight together like that as it's cooking.
So you wrap it with string?
Yes. And then once when it's done, you just cut the string, and there's the finished product. And I let it rest for about 15 minutes.
We'll show this in a little while here. Now, show us what you've got going on the stove here.
I'm making you really a basic au jus. What I did was I sweat a little bit of onion earlier today, and then I add water in it and let it simmer, and then I do have my beef base.
Okay.
And simply, this is a great... you can purchase this at any grocery store.
Which beef base do you like?
I like McCormick. McCormick is very good, but most of these brands are really all the same.
From what I've heard, that is very true, that there's like basically one company that makes it for
they're all really the
pretty
same.
much.
And you kind of like mix this together with salt and pepper. Again, a lot of people tend to over-season the beef. Really, salt and pepper is more than enough for this because you really want to taste the beef. You don't want to really taste all the garlic and the rest of the stuff.
And I want to show people what that beef looks like. Oh my gosh, this weighs an absolute ton, but look at that. Is that not gorgeous? That is absolutely outstanding.
And something
man.
like this will help your family. It serves about 10 to 12 people.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So now, then when you've got the au jus going on...
Once when the au jus is gone, a lot of people like to have the au jus on the side Some prefer to pour it over the roast. I don't like to do that because when you cut the roast, and if it's medium rare, and when you put the hot au jus over it, it tends to brown the meat on top. So people sometimes get confused thinking that it's overcooked. So what I like to do is just pour a little bit of au jus on the bottom of the plate and put the roast right on top of that and then serve it that way. So you can actually see the temperature on top that is medium rare.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you've got some nice sides that you accompany your prime with here.
You
right?
obviously want to, again, spend more time with your family during the holidays, so mashed potatoes are a great idea because you can make them in advance.
Right.
Combination of vegetables that you can saute, leave aside, and a simple salad, and of course a bottle of wine, and
you're
there
good to
you
go.
You have a great holiday meal.
Sounds fantastic. Well, for more information on the types of meat that you can get and how to properly prepare a beautiful prime rib, you can go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and the information will be there, or you can just head on over to the Blue Mangrove.
That's right.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
very much
Thank
for
you.
coming in today. Really
Nice
do
to have you.
appreciate it.
Nice to see you.
All right. We'll be right back.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Black Friday's biggest deals are still here. That's right, the Black Friday sales event is going strong at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or check out the stylish new Jeep Renegade, starting at just $16,999. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Patriot for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Rich finishes, beautiful colors, and over 1,000 different fabrics and leathers to choose from. With Bassett Custom Furniture at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. Get a quality-built Bassett Queen Sleeper with your choice of innerspring, gel, or AirDream mattress, starting at only $9.99. Come in today, and we'll guarantee your Bassett Custom Furniture will be shipped before the holidays. With our complimentary design service, start designing, start loving. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A knife-carrying Nevada high school student remains in critical condition after a school police officer shot him. It happened in front of dozens of other students, many of them recording the incident and posting those videos online. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the story.
Chaos at a Nevada high school, and it's all caught on camera as this 14-year-old student swinging a large knife is shot by police.
Shots fired with a student down at Hug High School.
Police say the student failed to follow commands and the officer fired a single shot.
The officer gave verbal commands for the student to drop the knife, ultimately firing his service weapon, stopping the threat. Once the threat was stopped, the shooting officer immediately began to provide medical aid to the student.
The student is critically injured and the school put on a code red lockdown. It may have all started as a fight between two students.
There was two juveniles fighting. One had a knife. He's the one that's down. The other one that took off had no weapons.
And according to one classmate, the 14-year-old talked about doing this before.
He's going around telling everybody he's going to shoot and stab everybody. So, I mean, he finally did it and he got shot.
Investigators are now interviewing witnesses and asking anyone who shot videos like these to come forward. In the meantime, the officer involved is on paid leave and the school is open today with counselors for students and staff. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
A request for a mistrial is denied for Dylan Roof. The 22-year-old is being tried right now for killing 9 people in a Charleston church a year ago. The defense filed a motion for the testimony of surviving witness to be stricken from the record for being inappropriate. The witness said Roof belonged, quote, in the pit of hell. But the judge ruled the testimony was not a statement on what his sentence should be. A follow-up this afternoon on a plane crash in Pakistan. All 47 people on board were killed. The plane was traveling from a scenic mountain resort in Afghanistan when it developed an issue and then crashed. All 42 passengers and 5 crew members were killed. A criminal probe has been opened to investigate the exact cause of that crash. Closer to home, 2 teenagers are now being blamed for the deadly fires in Tennessee. Police arresting the teens yesterday and charging them with aggravated arson. The charges come as residents begin to return home to survey the damage. The fires killed 14 people and injured 175 others. One victim was a 70-year-old woman who lost her life when she became trapped in her home by the flames.
She was one of those ladies that just loved people. She never found anybody she wasn't willing to talk to. She had a lot of love in her heart. We asked for prayers for the people that are still trying to figure out how to put this thing all back together.
There's a chance the teens will face even more charges. They're expected to have a bond hearing in the next 72 hours and could be transferred to criminal court if prosecutors move to try them as adults. Country music star Dolly Parton is getting ready for a musical telethon to help raise money for those people affected by the wildfires. Parton grew up in that area in southeast Tennessee. Performers expected to take part in her telethon include Reba McEntire, Kenny Rogers, Alison Krauss, and Parton herself. It will air next Tuesday on the Great American Country Channel. A new fight for President-elect Donald Trump on Twitter, this time with a Carrier worker. Also, there's a controversial EPA pick that Democrats vowed to fight. ABC's Lana Zak has the latest from Washington.
President-elect Donald Trump announced Scott Pruitt as his pick to head the EPA. Many environmentalists are in shock. Pruitt's own bio describes him as, quote, a leading advocate against the EPA's activist agenda. Senator Brian Schatz of Hawaii tweeting, nominating a climate denier to run the Environmental Protection Agency is offensive. I will do everything I can to stop this. And there's more controversy for the president-elect, a new fight with the union leader at Carrier.
We're saving the jobs at the Carrier plant from going to Mexico, 1,100 jobs.
But Chuck Jones, representing the workers at Carrier, disputed Mr. Trump's claims on CNN of 1,100 jobs, saying it's really 800, and that number error matters to his fellow workers.
When the word was coming out of 1,100, they thought that they would have a job. And then they find out the next day after, well, next Friday, that most likely they weren't. 550 were still going to lose their jobs.
Those comments prompted the president-elect to attack Jones on Twitter, writing Chuck Jones has done a terrible job representing workers. And the future of Mr. Trump's businesses and the potential conflicts of interests are even less certain today. Last week he tweeted, I feel it visually important as president to in no way have a conflict of interest with my various businesses. But now the New York Times is reporting Mr. Trump may turn to his sons to take over the reins of his company while refusing to completely separate himself.
The transition also says that they expect to announce soon the appointment of retired General John Kelly to head Homeland Security. He would become the 3rd retired general in Mr. Trump's cabinet, the most in any recent administration. Lana Zak, ABC News, Washington.
Well, there's a pizzeria in Tampa that now has the president-elect himself might appreciate. It's the Du Amici in Ybor City. You can order the Donald Trump pizza. It's made with homemade Italian flour and comes with mozzarella cheese, Russian caviar, and a real gold leaf in the shape of a T. The owners are Trump supporters. If you couldn't guess, their son came up with a tasty idea on election night.
Besides being the best ingredients and all that, it's made with such a love, appreciation for the country and president. Mr. President, you're gonna love this. We guarantee.
Pizza is served with a bottle of French champagne and will set you back a few $100s. They'll be offering it until Trump's inauguration day on January 20th, although they say the president-elect can come in at any time and have it for free. All right, let's talk weather.
We have some clouds across the region right now and a few areas of patchy drizzle falling from those clouds from time to time. We haven't had a whole lot over land, but they're out there in the Gulf. And as we head into the afternoon, a better chance of seeing some of that rain around our area. We have a low pressure area back to the west, too. That's going to help drag a cold front through our area as we head into the overnight tonight. The forecast is going to call for a daytime high today that'll be held down by all that cloud cover across the region. In fact, we'll be lucky to see, perhaps maybe 70-degree daytime high temperature. Watch the Lakewood Ranch webcam as we put this into motion, and you'll see plenty of cloud cover out there today. That cloud cover really did kind of help keep temperatures down into the upper near the 60-degree mark this morning. Dew points, though, have fallen remarkably. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in just a few.
Thank you. Giraffes are at risk of becoming extinct. Scientists say the giraffe population has shrunk about 40% over the last 3 decades. They're now being put on the official watch list of threatened and endangered species. Scientists are blaming habitat loss for the issue. Giraffes, of course, are the world's tallest land animals and are considered even rarer than elephants. The giraffe is the only mammal whose status changed on that list this year. More wealthy people are moving to the Sunshine State. That's according to the latest U.S. Census report. It also shows several jobs being lost during an economic recovery from the worst recession in decades. Those include jobs in construction, real estate, and manufacturing. But jobs gained were in education, healthcare, and tourism. The data shows Floridians have become older and more diverse. Only 5 counties in Florida got younger, and they were all located in the Florida Panhandle. In consumer news, McDonald's restaurants in Canada will be serving some special treats for the holidays. They include waffle fries, salted caramel latte, bacon burgers, and a turtle sundae with pecans. Again, this is only offered in Canada at the time. There's no word yet whether those waffle fries or any of the other items will make it to the United States. Free meals could be returning to Delta Airlines. Morning travelers could be offered a honey maple breakfast sandwich, and for the afternoon flyers, a mesquite smoked turkey sandwich or whole grain veggie wrap. The airline is currently testing the service on passengers flying between New York and Los Angeles or San Francisco. Delta has not yet determined if the free meals will become standard. An international musician is bringing his music to the Suncoast. We'll have details on an upcoming performance. And it's all things strawberry. How soon you can start purchasing your tickets for the Strawberry Festival.
ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing sight for life. The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Cloudy conditions across the Sun Coast. Do a little pan for me there, if you will, Sammy. Show folks what the horizon looks like. You can see it's pretty much wall-to-wall clouds across the region. Winds are going to pick up a little bit too. As the wind picks up, you're going to notice a little bit of a rougher sea out there, so boaters, don't let that catch you by surprise. Tomorrow morning, I think we should have some pretty strong gusts around here. Current air temperatures coming in a little on the cool side for this time of day. 67 degrees with a dew point value now solidly in the 50s, 56 degrees. When you have a dew point that low, it certainly does feel comfortable. I think most people would agree. It does not feel humid out there. And tomorrow morning, I think we'll have dew points that'll be about 10 degrees lower than that, maybe even a little bit more, maybe 15 degrees lower than that. And with a stronger wind and a low dew point value, the evaporation rates are going to be very high. So if you're outdoors walking around tomorrow morning, your body will very effectively be cooled off. And consequently, it's going to feel a lot colder than it actually is tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning, it's going to be in the 50s, about 10 degrees cooler than it is right now. So it'll feel like more about 55 degrees, 54 degrees tomorrow morning. Kind of chilly. We'll look for a northeast wind coming in at about 10 across the region. Generally, temperatures holding almost everywhere at about the same value, coming in around the 70-degree mark. 69 Wauchula, 69 in Bradenton, 69 in Lakewood Ranch, 69 in Punta Gorda, 70 in Inglewood, and in Venice, 68 degrees Longboat Key. Across the region, well, we've had a few areas of showery activity try to move through. Hardy and DeSoto saw a little bit of light drizzle around this morning. There's also been some showers out in the Gulf waters. Generally speaking, the tendency has been for these to dissipate as they move closer to shore. There's also some rain showers ongoing back to the west, as well as snow showers in parts of Texas. This is a low pressure area that will eventually sink southward, dragging a front through here. The very dry air that we had around yesterday in the upper levels of the atmosphere, indicated by TAN, is departed. The moisture is returning, and that is allowing for the cloud cover that we see around. Now that's aloft. Two distinct layers in our atmosphere today, the moist air aloft and the very dry air at the surface. That is not a recipe for thunderstorm activity, and we're really not seeing anything around here that looks like it could be thunderstorm producing. In fact, the entire South is very quiet. Most of the country is very quiet right now. That's because of this big, expansive ridge of high pressure. Now, the one thing that high pressure is cold. It is a cold dome of Arctic air sinking southward, putting a lot of the country in the deep freeze today. Now, we just get grazed with this. The very southern edge of it, this cold front right here, sinks south tomorrow, and as it does so, we get this cold north wind coming through here. That'll last about 24 hours before temperatures really start to moderate. You'll probably get 2 cold days out of it, and then I think most people would agree that by Sunday it's going to feel a lot warmer. Lots of clouds, few sprinkles, and then cooler tomorrow on. Watch the RPM computer model forecast. A few scattered showers around, maybe even a little rainfall. Tomorrow we start to clear out, and then as we head into Saturday, I think we'll have more sunshine than anything else. As far as the satellite view goes, over the next couple of days, it's pretty clear, though, we stay in the clouds at least through this time tomorrow, probably through the afternoon tomorrow. Wind gusts are going to be kind of high as well. Now, I think this computer model might overdo the wind gusts just a little bit, but still, you get the idea. 20-mile-an-hour wind gust is certainly not going to be out of the question, even in inland areas. I think over water, a 20-knot wind will certainly be the name of the game. So the winds will be howling for a time tomorrow. It'll feel really kind of raw edge to the air, what with no sunshine and the winds howling and the cold air filtering in and the low dew point values. Tomorrow is not going to be your Chamber of Commerce kind of morning. And then as we head into the night, Friday night into Saturday morning, probably the coldest night of the week. Not the coldest night of the year, certainly, but coldest night of the week. We'll be looking at a 50-degree overnight temperature with many places in the 40s. Then we'll start to warm up again as we head into next week. Scott?
Okay, John, thank you. Expect a bit of romance at the Van Wezel next year. The legendary Engelbert Humperdinck will be gracing the stage. Humperdinck is best known for his hits like Release Me, which went into the Guinness Book of World Records for achieving 56 consecutive weeks at the top of the charts. Other hits include The Last Waltz and A Man Without Love. Humperdinck is scheduled to perform Monday, January 16th at the Van Wezel. Tickets are on sale now. Sarasota stop is part of his 50th anniversary tour. It's called La Legacy Continues. Some top-rate entertainment is preparing to wow audiences this week here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Linda Carson gives us a sneak peek on today's In the Spotlight.
The director of the touring Broadway musical Fame lives right here in Sarasota, although he spends much of his time in New York and elsewhere. Dominic Ruggiero says, come see Fame and you are in for a treat.
You will see an exciting cast of young actors who are portraying high school students so that they're close to that age, and the energy and the truth in their personalities plays for the show because they've just graduated from high school, from college, so they're starting their careers, and that's what Fame is all about.
Great entertainment with a great message.
Following your dream, just being hopeful, working at it, trying hard, and never giving up.
Fame at the Van Wezel Wednesday and Thursday nights. Look for me in the Thursday night production, but look closely, my appearance will be brief. And Saturday night, the 31st annual Sarasota Boat Parade of Lights will sail through downtown Sarasota. It's hosted by Marina Jacks, and all the proceeds go to Suncoast Charities for Children. The boats in all their holiday splendor are an awesome sight to behold.
They start on the southern end of Longboat Key, all the way down to City Island. They cross the bay towards Centennial Park, and then make their way downtown, looping into Marina Jacks Basin.
There they'll be judged on overall creativity, so they'll be putting on quite a show.
Each boat is allowed to have music, an unbelievable light show, and as many guests as they'd like.
The Holiday Boat Parade is one of the great things about spending the holidays on the Suncoast.
The best viewing areas are on Bayfront Park and City Island and Centennial Park Boat Ramp.
And the Manatee River Holiday Boat Parade is also Saturday night. The boats will assemble near Sneed Island and at 6:30 head along the Bradenton Riverfront to Pier 22, the Twin Dolphin Marina, and the River House Reef and Grill. We may not have a white Christmas here on the Suncoast, but with 2 boat parades underway at once, we will light up the night with fun. The Sarasota Boat Parade of Lights, Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Don't miss it so you can brag to all of your friends up north about how lucky we are. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, thank you. Happening tonight, Selby Gardens kicking off the holiday season with their special illumination event. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be there to light the grand bromeliad tree in the garden. We'll be streaming that moment live on our website and Facebook. There will also be a silent auction. The illumination event begins at 6 o'clock at Selby Gardens. The Ritz-Carlton unveiling its holiday gingerbread house. This year's theme is Winter Waterland. It honors creatures living in local waters, including manatees, dolphins, sea urchins, turtles, and more. It stands 6 feet tall and 12 feet long. That's an amazing creation. Singer, songwriter, and former American Idol star Paula Abdul made a stop on the Suncoast for the Jewish Federation of Sarasota Manatees' 10th annual Women's Day luncheon. Abdul talked about becoming stronger in her Jewish faith later in life. She also explained how she went from a LA Lakers dancer and highly sought-after choreographer to signing a small record deal and then making it to the top of the charts. And all of those years of sitting alongside Simon Cowell as a judge on American Idol.
It was sometimes the best of times, and sometimes it was pretty tough. But I learned from all the people I worked with, you know. Being the only girl for a long time there, I had to learn to play with the boys.
Abdul will be going back on tour for the first time in 25 years with other 90s favorites Boyz II Men and New Kids on the Block. Our own Haley Wilgus will have more on Abdul's visit later today. It's the only time of the year where you can indulge in everything strawberries. Tickets for the Florida Strawberry Festival are now on sale. Among the treats you may find strawberry cheesecake, funnel cakes, and cookie-crusted strawberry hamburgers and pizza. Advance tickets are $8 for adults, $4 for kids 6 to 12. The festival takes place March 2nd through the 12th in Plant City. This is the 82nd year of the festival. Coming up, it's international honors for one popular American actor, and a popular Hollywood couple is making a holiday musical classical debut. That's next in Entertainment News.
ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life. The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
You've seen me roll for 100 G's, but I got a little more than dough riding on this one. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck, be a lady tonight.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Riding at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a Taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
Beyonce is sweeping the Grammys with a whooping 9 nominations, but there's one category she is not favored in. According to a source familiar with the Grammy nomination process, the singer submitted Daddy Lessons from her latest album to the country category, but it was rejected. The reason is unknown. Beyonce performed the song with the Dixie Chicks last month at the Country Music Awards. Overseas, actor Samuel L. Jackson receiving international honors. He was given a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 13th Annual Dubai International Film Festival. Jackson says acting is his passion and he'll continue to do what he does, and who knows, he may get a second achievement one day. There's a new face for Spider-Man. Actor Tom Holland unmasking himself in a recent promo photo shoot. Holland will play the Marvel superhero in Spider-Man Homecoming. The first trailers of it are expected to be released online later today. Spider-Man Homecoming will hit theaters next summer in July. John Legend and his wife are the stars of Target's upcoming mini musical. The retail giant putting on its own version of the Nutcracker, calling it the Toy Cracker. Legend will play Evil Rat King, and his wife, Chrissy Teigen, is the Nutcracker. It airs Sunday night right here on ABC. Finally, the term Netflix and chill is bringing in some pretty big numbers. More than 86 million people binge watch Netflix. And to break into the numbers here, 59% stopped watching Netflix for 3 days before starting an entirely new series. 61% just watched a movie, and people who watch throwback shows like Friends or Gilmore Girls are more likely to watch even more of those throwback shows. The findings were revealed by the entertainment company. John, do you binge watch? Do you like to just watch the whole thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. My wife and I both will have lost weekends just binge watching, seven seasons of a show or so.
Right. Wow.
You do that?
I'll watch 2 or 3 episodes,
Yeah.
and then I take.
Well, it's kind of harder because you've got youngsters in the house,
Yeah.
so it makes it a little more difficult. You have better things to do with your lives.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, some more clouds around today than yesterday, right?
Little clouds, little sprinkles, some really chilly air tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. We invite you back at 5 o'clock. Have a wonderful afternoon.
It's been an emotional time politically and socially this year.
But during a season when hearts are a little more open to love, we want to talk about good things to believe in.
We believe in teamwork and building trust.
We believe every cloud has a silver lining.
We believe in treating everyone with respect.
We believe in being kind, no matter how busy the day is.
We hope you believe too.
Happy holidays from ABC7, your Suncoast News.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.